Nextech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Nextech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K-Long, Kirk Maska and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Monarchs get set to battle with the Abilene Cowboys in our final game of the night from Mount Billinger Fieldhouse. The Monarchs trying to pick up their second win in a row and make it their second win in a row over the Abilene Cowboys. Meanwhile, Cowboys trying to pick up their third win in a row, but they haven't played since January the 18th due to COVID issues. As we welcome you in to Billinger Fieldhouse, I'm Jonathan Swigert, along with our studio producer and engineer Rachel Fox of the KHAZ studios, and our Hayes Post engineer and producer here with us at Billinger Fieldhouse, Jaden Mounts, of the TMP-Marian Monarchs to get set for a matchup with the Abilene Cowboys. I'm Jonathan Swigert. TMP comes into this contest 9-3. Abilene is 5-2, but again, they have been in quarantine for the last 14 days, so they haven't played. It's actually been about 11 days or so they haven't played since back on the 19th. It's been 11 days since they played, and that was that win over Chapman in which they picked up a 15-point victory. So it is the Monarchs and the Cowboys, a battle of two teams that have had a fantastic several stretch of games in which the two teams have came down to the wire. Of course, TMP got a 6-point win at Abilene a year ago. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get a chance to check in with Coach Bill Mayer as his group joins us next on the Monarch Sports Network. It is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
This is the Hertz Rent-A-Car pregame show.
Let's get the thoughts of the coach. This chat with the coach is brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker in the Northridge Plaza and online at CompareMyCoverage.com.
Back into Billinger Fieldhouse, more of our pregame shows. We're joined now by Coach Bill Mayer. His thoughts brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Dustin Shoemaker. And Coach, you get set for a matchup with Abilene. We'll talk about the Cowboys here in just a little bit, but kind of reached another little bit of a stretch kind of halfway after the MCL tournament. How do you feel you guys are playing coming in here to this kind of final second half of the season?
Well, I feel that, obviously we still got some stuff to fix, but I feel like, optimistic about where we're at. I think that, the last few days we've been working on offensive possessions and just some of those sort of things. But I think the guys are playing really, really hard. I think they're playing together, and I think they're giving themselves a chance to make a little run here.
Taking a look back at the MCL tournament, obviously you get a hard-fought matchup with Hoxie and then finish it off with Ellis Railroaders. With the Hoxie and unfortunately coming up short, what did you take away from the tournament, especially with a quick turnaround for your guys? How do you think they handled that?
Yeah, I think there was just a lot of great things that happened for us in that, and obviously we would have liked to perform a little better in the Hoxie game, but I thought our guys dealt with some adversity playing back-to-back 3 nights and 4 days and did well with that. I thought that, they had a tough loss on that Friday, and they turned around and showed up really well in a game that's kind of sometimes tough to want to be in, so I thought that was a good thing for us, and I think overall we continue to get better and we continue to grow, and so I thought they competed really well through the tournament.
Talked about this week. It's kind of a rarity when you get basically a week off. It's been since last Saturday that you guys have practiced. What's practice look like for your group?
Well, we as coaches, we love practice. The kids do not so much. They would prefer we just keep playing games. But we did have 3 nice, good practices in there with the snow day on Monday. And so just working offensive toughness, doing the thing that we want to do, getting the ball side to side. Some of those sort of things were things that we attacked in those times. But it was also nice to get off their legs a little bit, let them catch back up a little bit, and then get back ready to play.
And, we talk about it, too, from the beginning of the season with the Haight City Shootout, the MCL tournament, and you guys will have a couple of different back-to-back games. You learn a lot about your group, but this is also what you want to see. This is the scenario setup you want to be for the end of the year. Do you like how they have handled this?
Absolutely. I think they've handled it really, really good. And again, that's sometimes what Sub-State ends up being with, and really it's how State ends up being. It's just real quick turnarounds, real quick scouting reports, and get out and play. And so I think our guys are going to have had plenty of practice doing that, and we've got a couple more coming up. That's a Monday, Tuesday game, and they'll get another chance at it. But again, just the maturity of the group being able to handle that has been impressive.
Got a matchup with Abilene, the Cowboys. It's always fun when you get together with the Cowboys. What stands out about their group, first of all?
Well, and Abilene's always a great team, and we've struggled to beat them through the years, and this will be no different. Ranked number 9 right now in 4A, so it's a good team. They've got the number 34 kid, the Becker kid. He's been starting for 4 years, just a really, really good player. They got a big kid again, number 42, and they're going to have big-sized bodies. They're going to move fast. They're going to be able to guard like a lot of the teams that we see can't do, and so they're going to put us on our ropes both offensively and defensively. So, at this
propelled into the rankings following that victory. In that game, it was a 6-point TMP win. Jackson Schulte had a team-high 17 for TMP. Meanwhile, it was Avery Bryson with a team-high 13 for the Abilene Cowboys. TMP 9-3 on the season, while the Abilene Cowboys come in at 5-2. And again, Abilene hasn't played in 11 days. They dealt with COVID-19 issues, so they had to quarantine for the last week or so, dealing with some COVID-19 issues. The Monarchs come into this one again at 9-3. Abilene 5-2. TMP coming off of that win in the third-place game over Ellis. Meanwhile, Abilene hasn't played since January the 18th, in which they matched up with Chapman, but they pulled away for a 15-point victory. So we are just about ready to get this one underway here from Billinger Fieldhouse in Hayes. Of course, we just heard from Coach Bill Mayer. His thoughts of the pregame show brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker. You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. See a Shelter Agent Dustin Shoemaker for the details. Monarchs will be in their home white uniforms. Abilene will be in their road orange uniforms. We'll take a timeout. We'll have the starting lineups after this on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Our national anthem here from Billinger Fieldhouse, where the TMP-Marian Monarchs get set to take on the Abilene Cowboys. We welcome you back courtside to Billinger Fieldhouse in a very lively crowd. A good student section sitting directly opposite of us with good representation of both TMP and also Abilene fans, with Abilene with a good group down to my left here at Billinger Fieldhouse, and a good Monarch turnout as well. They're going to run through the starting lineups on the floor. We'll get you those here in just a moment as we get set for this matchup. The Monarchs come in to this one at 9-3 on the season. Meanwhile, the Abilene Cowboys come into the contest at 5-2. Again, they haven't played in 11 days. I'm going to run through the starting lineups on the floor for the Abilene Cowboys. We'll run through those for you as well, coached by Eric Raff. He's in his first year. And they will go with Blaze McVan, the 5'10 senior, along with Jalen West, a 5'10 junior. Avery Bryson's a 6'2 senior. Caleb Becker is a 6'4 junior, and then Grant Hitz, the 6'8 senior. So again, it's McVan, West, Bryson, along with Becker and Hintz. For TMP, they will go with Lucas Lang, the 5'10 senior. Jace Wentling is the 6'1 junior, along with Bryce Side, the 5'11 junior. Jackson Schulte, the 6'1 senior, and then Dylan Worth is the Jackson Schulte, rather, the 6'1 senior, and then Dylan Worth is the 6'6 sophomore. So that's a look at the starting lineups for the Monarchs and for the Cowboys. Again, TMP with Lang, Wentling, Seib, Schulte, and Worth. Abilene will go with McVan, West, Bryson, Becker, and Hintz. Both Becker, well, in fact, basically their starters are usually McVan, Bryson, Becker, and Hintz, and then they'll rotate. It had been Josh Stuber, the senior, but Jalen West will make his second start of the season. Of course, TMP, this is the normal lineup that they've went for most of the season. TMP in their home white uniforms, blue Monarch across the front, and the numbers trimmed in gray. Abilene will be in their road orange uniforms with the white numbers trimmed in brown. They've got Abilene across the front. That is our uniform update brought to you by Phase 2. Abilene will start out with the basketball shooting down to our right here in this first half as they'll swing it to Jalen West. Ball above his head. He'll put it on the deck, kick it off to the right side for Bryson. Bryson, who had a nice game against TMP, throws it into the hands of TMP's side. Bryce, or rather, it'll be Lang up the floor, and we get a foul. It was stolen by Bryce Seib. He got it to Lang and then drew the foul. And 2 free throws coming for Lucas Lang, who had it blocked on the other side, but a lot of contact for Avery Bryson. So TMP will have possession of the basketball, and a couple of free throws coming for Lucas Lang. That foul, the first on the team as well, and the free throw rattles home for Lucas Lang, and TMP takes a 1-0 lead on the Lang free throw. Lucas coming off of 13 points. And that's a win over Ellis and makes a pair of free throws. Lucas makes it 2-0 TMP with the lead. 7:40 and counting here in this first quarter. Bryson will run the points. Will actually be Jordan West running the points as he works against Seib. Got a screen from Hintz, kicks it to the right side for Avery Bryson. Bryson now off to the left side for Blaze McVan. McVan, right wing, they go back to Jalen West as they swing it around the perimeter. Hand it for Becker. Becker's got a lane. Down the lane, he'll draw the foul and shoot a couple of free throws. Wentling picks up the foul. It'll be the first on Jace. Each team now with 1 foul early. We haven't even played a minute. We played 46 seconds. Becker will shoot the free throw. And he left it short. Caleb Becker, just a 67% free throw shooter, had 12 the last time they played against Chapman in a 15-point victory back on the 18th. Second Becker free throw is good. 2-1, TMP with the lead after the Caleb Becker free throw. Monarchs shooting down to our left here in this first half. Seib will hand it for Schulte. Left wing for Wentling. They skip it to the left baseline for Lang. Off a screen to Seib, and now Schulte with it right side for Wentling. Off a screen, Lang. They'll post up Worth inside. They'll spin to the baseline, put up the hook shot and missed it. And Becker down with a rebound. Pretty good look, but here comes Abilene up the floor right side as they go to Avery Bryson. Cut off on the baseline. Nearly double dribbled with it. Hands it for Becker. He'll get into the lane, kick it left side. McVan for 3, no good. And an offensive, nope, they'll call it, yeah, they will call it an offensive rebound. Hintz inside, the big 6'8" senior with the foul. And TMP will get it back. That'll be an interesting matchup inside. Hintz doesn't score a lot. He only averages right around 5 points and 5 rebounds. But he is a big body inside, so that'll be an interesting matchup for the sophomore Worth. TMP will kick it left side. Wentling got it back to Lang, and they'll swing it right side for Schulte. TMP with 6.5 to go first quarter, leading 2-1. Wentling drives, hands it for Lucas Lang. Lang kicks it right side. Schulte, little hesitation, step back. He'll take the long 2 and swish it home from the right side. Schulte with his first field goal. It's 4-1 on the bucket for Jackson Schulte, and you can see and hear the crowd, we love hearing. Student section of the far sideline with a round of applause as here's a steal. TMP with the turnover, or rather forced the turnover, and now Avery Bryson gets tangled up with Lang, and they're going to call him for a foul. So they'll call a reach on Bryson. That's a huge foul. That's his second. Abilene turned it over, and then Bryson reaches in and commits the foul. It's his second. Josh Stuber will check in for the first time for the Cowboys. And again, Stuber had started 5 games. In fact, he'd started all 5 games he played in, but he did not start today. TMP leading 4-1, 6 minutes to go first quarter. Lang, little hesitation, draws the foul. He's headed back to the free throw line, and Jalen West will pick up his first. Little hesitation for Lucas Lang, and was able to draw the foul on West. 5:55 to go here in this opening quarter. Lang who just made a pair back to the free throw line. And the first one good. He's got 3 points all at the free throw line. 5-1. TMP with the lead. Second Lang free throw, good as well. Swished that one home. 6-1 TMP with the lead. Lang has 4, all at the free throw line. Schulte with the other field goal. Into the front court, Jalen West behind his back. Now to McVan. McVan working against Schulte. Finds Stuber with it. Stuber, big body as well at 6'3", the senior. Driving in, a little spin and banking home. The jumper is Jalen West on the right side. 6-3, TMP with the lead. McVan went for the steal. Monarchs break it up the floor. Sign on a pass from Worth. He scores. That time they went for the steal, and Side was wide open. 8-3. Good assist inside for the big fellow Worth. Side with his first field goal of the contest. Up the floor. Abilene nearly turned it over. Hintz has to kick it out for McVan. He's open and swishes home the 3. 8-6. Blaze McVan buries a 3. Big shot for McVan. He was wide open. He's got to make that as TMP will leave him open. Inside Worth. On a pass from Side, working against Hintz, turns into the lane, little half hook shot, and he scores. The sophomore Worth with his first field goal, 10-6 in favor of TMP on the bucket for Worth. They made 3 straight field goals with under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Monarch student section to the far side starting to come alive. Here come to life. His Hintz is going to be fouled by Saib inside. That'll be on the floor. Not a ton of people here, but there's more than there's been, obviously, and you can feel it. Saib will pick up the foul, and it's great to hear the rumble and the roar. As into the ball game is Trenton Romey for the first time. Cade Harris will check in for the first time. Gavin Unrein checks in for TMP for the first time as well. Stuber to key it in underneath the basket. Bounce pass left side for Becker. Guarded by Unrein. Step back. Hintz fell down in the lane, but no call. Becker's pass left side for Avery West. Jordan West. Now to Becker. He'll take the long jumper over Unrein. Missed the shot. Tipped by Harris into the hands of Unrein and then stolen back by Abilene. It's taken away by West. And Cade Harris is going to foul Hintz into the open court. TMP had the rebound, but Unrein couldn't secure it in mid-court. And now we get the foul on TMP. It's the third. It's the first on Cade Harris. Hintz with it right side. His pass left side for Jordan West. They swing it all the way around to Blaze McVan, who has a 3, and now Unrein is going to be called for a hold, working against Caleb Becker. That's the 4th on TMP. Now both teams with 4 fouls, and we played not even 4 full minutes yet. 10-6, TMP with the lead. And for the first time is Kieran Anderson, the 6'5" senior. Anderson has it left side, guarded by Trenton Romey. He'll give it off for West. Now the high post for Becker. Becker, one dribble, left side cut off by Unrein. Needs some help. Lost it, got it back. Now he'll kick it right side for McVan, who rifled it inside. Becker bobbled it, but got it back. Now his pass deflected and stolen by TMP. Good hustle by Unrein to knock that ball away. It's the second Abilene turnover. Here come the Monarchs up that far sideline. Lang. Nobody was open. They'll swing it for Harris left side. Cade one dribble, then finds Lang. Now left side it's Schulte across the timeline, or rather across that 3-point arc in the middle of the court. Lang's open. He'll fire the 3 straight on. Too strong, and the rebound is cleared out of there by West. Up the floor they come. Becker to the near sideline. Becker cut off by Unrein. Picked up his dribble here on this near sideline. Becker needs some help. Cutting into the lane is Stuber, who will go up and score it. He got pinned underneath, but was able to rise up anyway. It's 10-8 on the bucket for Stuber. Monarchs lead is cut to 2. 3:20 and counting first quarter. Unrein directing traffic. 3:15 to play first quarter. Baseline is Harris on the right side. Lang bobbled it, finds Unrein. Unrein to Harris. Cade off the screen. Now to Schulte. Wide open left side. Lang won't shoot the 3. Just missed one. Unrein in the circle. Now to the top of the key for Schulte. Hands it for Lucas Lang. Lang, right wing, Unrein. Gavin cut off on the drive. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Harris with it. Finds Unrein. Gavin drives, kicks it right side for Lang, who had to track it down with one hand. Now Schulte. He's going to drive in with a scoop shot. Missed the shot. Offensive foul. Looked like he was able to slide around the defender, but they call an offensive foul on Schulte and back the other way following the second TMP turnover. It's the first foul on Schulte. It's the 5th team foul. Lang will check out. Side back into the ball game. TMP leads 10-8.
10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8. 10-8
Caden Cope checks in for the first time for Abilene. Try to post up Becker inside against Unrein. He goes up and scores it, and we're tied at 10 as Becker was able to get post position on this right side, and Becker has his first field goal. 3 in the game for him. TMP the other side. The side got open, missed the shot inside, and the rebound ripped out of there by Anderson. So Abilene trying to take the lead for the first time in the contest. Here's a spin move and a foul. That's putting it on the deck is Josh Stuber, and a couple of free throws after the foul on Bryce Side. So I will pick up his second. So that's 2 on Bryce. We saw that against Ellis. He got into foul trouble in that first half of that third place game as well at the MCL tournament. And to the free throw line is Stuber for the first time to give Abilene the lead, and he does. Stuber with 3 here in the first quarter. Abilene trailed by 4 at 10-6, but they've scored 5 in a row and lead 11-10. Dylan Worth returns to the TMP lineup. So does Lang for the Monarchs. Second free throw is halfway down and out, and we're going to get a foul called on Anderson as he sarcastically kind of said, yeah, I committed the foul toward the official. That'll be the 15th foul on Abilene. 2:10 to go first quarter. TMP trails by 1, 11-10. Lang with it left side. Worth was open on the post. They missed him. Instead, they're going to go right side for Harris. Finds Worth. Dylan's going to put it on the deck, drive inside, and score it. TMP back on top. 4 for Dylan Worth. It's 12-11. He scored the last 4 for TMP. Just put it on the deck off a screen and scored it. That was a good play from just inside the free throw line. 1:45 to go first quarter. Right side for Stuber. Josh Stuber driving, step back. He'll kick it for Cooper Wildy, who's in for the first time. Becker hesitates, steps back, draws a double team. Underneath they find Cope. Cope working against Harris, lost it, taken away by Worth for TMP. Then Unrein nearly had it stolen. Good job by Gavin to keep the dribble alive. And now TMP with numbers as they push it up the floor. Harris, and they threw it away. It was Unrein trying to find Harris, but Wildy tracked it down for the third TMP turnover. Right side three-pointer, skips off for Becker, and the rebound poked out of bounds by, they said that was off of Abilene. Looked like maybe Harris knocked it out of bounds. How the official from the official from way behind the play is going to come in and talk to the official underneath. The official underneath had it happen right in front of him. I'm not sure how the official who didn't even make it, I don't think the half court, was going to come in and overrule that. TMP back the other way following the ball out of bounds. They get Schulte open. He'll take the 3. It's too strong off the heel, and Becker rips down his second rebound. TMP 0 for 2 from 3. Up the floor, they lead with a minute to go, 12-11, but Abilene back with the basketball. Stuber with Wildy. 45 seconds to go now in the first quarter. They go back to Becker. Becker ball above his head, guarded by Unrein. Got a screen from Anderson to the free throw line. He'll pull up and leave it short. Rebound down to Cade Harris for TMP. Cade will race into the front court, go to the left baseline. They'll post up Worth. Dylan goes into a triple team, kicks it for Unrein with 29 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Pass to Lang, who had to get it off the top of Stuber's head. Now Worth's open. He'll post up inside and score it. He was on the left low block, went to the right side and scored. 6 for him, 14-11. Worth has scored 6 in a row for TMP. The Monarchs lead by 3 with 10 seconds to go here in this first quarter. Stuber with 7. We'll get a couple of screens, take it to the left side, working against Lang. Step back, a deep 3 from way behind the three-point arc, ties the ball game at 14. That was about 3 feet behind the arc, and we're tied at 14. So we head to the second quarter on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm. Proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Odd added up at 14, so we head to the second quarter between the TMP-Marian Monarchs and the Abilene Cowboys. It was a good matchup in that first quarter. That 3 at the end of the first quarter by Abilene tied the ball game at 14. TMP against the zone will force it to Whitling, able to save it right side. Lang's open. He'll take the 3, too strong. Whitling tips it, and Anderson will come down with it. It's the second rebound of the contest for Kieran Anderson, as the Monarchs couldn't quite convert on that 3-point opportunity. Game tied at 14. TMP student section coming to life across the way. With 7.5 to go here in this first half. Anderson will hand it for Stuber. Stuber's the one who hit that 3 to beat the buzzer. They'll get a screen from Anderson, take it to the left side, drive into the double team. Now kick it back out as they'll work it from Wildy, left side for Cope. Cope drives on Unrein, got underneath Unrein, and has a shot blocked, but he got it up anyway. With a little bit of contact, Cope able to give Abilene the 16-14 lead. Monarchs get it up the floor. Worth scores. That ball was touched by Hintz on the rim and should have been a goaltend, and they didn't call it. The official took forever to make the call. That was an obvious goaltend. That ball was up around the rim. That ball was up around the rim, and it is a goaltend. The official here on the near sideline saw it. It just took him a minute to get it, and we're tied at 16. Worth has scored the last 8 for TMP, and we can go back and look on our Hayes Post live stream, and it was absolutely the right call. It just took him a minute to get the right call. Yeah, that ball was up in the cylinder. That's a good call. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Game tied at 16. Left side, Wildy gave it up for Cope. Now Stuber, and we're going to get a foul inside, called odd. I think it's going to be on Worth for TMP. They call a double foul
TMP Monarchs number 34,
on Dylan Worth
Cowboys number 42.
and on Grant Hintz. It's the second on Hintz. It's the first on Worth. And I'll be honest, it happened in a place where not sure Coach McPhee wants a one-on-one. It's the 7th foul. Abilene will get it into Becker, who knocks down the jumper and then is fouled. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. That jumper by Becker will give them a 2-point lead, and then Whitling is called for his second. It's 18-16. As Becker was able to knock down the jumper, Becker has 5. And that means Whitling's going to have to check out. Gavin Unrein will replace him. Whitling with those 2, so a chance here at a 3-point play. The free throw is good for Becker. He is 2 of 3 at the line, has 6 in the contest, and it's 19-16 in favor of Abilene. This is their largest lead of the contest. Harris into the front court, kicks it right front side for Schulte. Schulte go to the high post for Worth. Worth left side for Unrein, and now back to Schulte as he'll peek at Coach Mayer and company down to our right on the bench. Monarchs will swing it to the right side. Harris off a screen, finds Schulte with it from the left side. They go to Harris, or rather Lang. Now Unrein, nice into the lane, kicks it back out for Lang. He'll draw the double team on the pass inside for Worth. Unrein goes up, little scoop shot, missed it. Worth kept it alive, then had it poked away. Ball's on the floor. Worth trying to pick it up. Him and Anderson battle for it. We get a held ball. The arrow belongs to Abilene. Unrein nearly got that layup to go. It just wouldn't stay down. And then the rebound taken away. Never quite corralled in the lane by Worth and company. Monarchs switch to a little 2-3 zone now with 6 minutes to go here in this first half, down 3 at 19-16. Left side, Cope, a couple of dribbles, now picks up his dribble. Will go to Becker on the left side. Over the top they go for Wildy. Wildy left side for Cope. Now Stuber, he hit that big 3 at the end of the first quarter. Baseline for Anderson. Anderson, the short corner extended. Now to the high post to go. Becker turns and faces, one dribble, kicks it for Stuber. 5:35 and counting here in this first half. All the way to the bucket. Stuber got past the defender and scores. 21-16. Josh Stuber, who didn't start, but he's had a big effect on this game. Already 8 in the contest for him. TMP will swing it for Schulte. Has it on that right side. High post for Worth. Worth at one point scored 8 in a row. Dumps it for Lucas Lang, who gets the hook shot up over the defender. Can't score it. Rebound tipped around and into the hands of Cope. TMP just 1 of 4 to start this second quarter. Left side, Cope steps into a 3 and buries it. Caden Cope has 5 all in this quarter, and it's 24-16. Monarchs get Worth free. He'll score. Timeout on the floor. 8 in the game for Dylan Worth. It's 24-18 as Worth was able to get free and score it. Abilene will take the timeout. Monarchs have beat the defense down the floor and scored. Down 6 at 24-18. That 3 a moment ago put TMP down 8 at 24-16. Abilene got that 3 from Stuber at the end of the first quarter. That's part of a 13, what was a 13-2 run. That bucket by Worth, who has now scored 10 in a row for TMP, makes it a 13-4 run ever since TMP led 14-11. Out of the timeout, Romy will come back in for TMP with Unrein, Lang, Harris, and Schulte, the 5 on the floor. Stuber will run the point with Cope. McVan returns to the lineup. Anderson and Becker, the 5 on the floor. TMP back to that 2-3. Stuber left side. Now to the short corner. They go for Anderson. I'll throw it over the top for McVan. Back to Stuber left side. Pass for Cope. Him and McVan get tangled up. Now McVan will take it. Cope at the high post for Becker. Becker surveys the defense over the top. Stuber thought about a 3 with 4.5 to go first half. Here's a 3 for McVan that'll spin home. Blaze McVan with 6 on a pair of first half threes. It's 27-18. They made 3 straight 3-point field goal attempts. Schulte's open. He's trying to answer for TMP, and he does as he banged it home. Schulte with 5 in the game, 27-21 as TMP gets back within 6 on the bucket for Schulte for TMP. It's their first 3 of the contest. Monarchs go back to the man-to-man after Abilene was able to shoot him out of the zone. Becker's shot way short. Anderson saves it back into Unrein. Here comes TMP. Schulte will race up the front line, up the front court, and we're going to get a foul as Romy and Cope collide. Oh, they call Romy for pushing, trying to get position down the floor. So Romy will pick up the foul, and TMP will turn it over for the 4th time. That's already the 9th team foul on TMP, and now the officials want to get together and talk things over. I think they're making sure it was an offensive foul. Monarchs will be over the limit times 2 on the next foul. Hayden Brown, the senior, in for the first time for TMP. Cope, who has 5 in the quarter, gives it for Becker on that right side. Romy will guard Becker, drives in, spins. Cope can't shoot the 3, guarded by Harris, and Cade commits the foul. It's a blocking foul. Free throws, 2 of them coming for Caden Cope.
Fouls on Monarchs, number 1, Cade Harris, his second, team 10.
It's the second on Harris, so that's going to be an issue. 2 point guards already for TMP with 2, Seib and Harris. As Cope will shoot the free throws, and it is in and out, no good. That was the 10th team foul, but they let him play after the 1-and-1 up the floor, right side Lang. It should have been 2. TMP will get it for Schulte halfway down and out. The officials missed it. That should have been 2. Now up the floor, Becker is open. He'll power up the shot and score it. He had some contest. It's 7, 29-21, and now TMP with a foul is that left side. Hayden Brown's going to be fouled. So the officials missed the fact that Cope should have got to shoot 2 because that was the 10th team foul. And now they're going to bring the official here to the near sideline. It's too late to go back now. I mean, yeah, they messed up, but they messed up a while ago. I mean, it's on the scores table, I think, to buzz to let the officials know. But, yeah, I mean, they messed up. But, I mean, I don't think you can go back and say, well, you're going to shoot again. I mean, we've already had a bucket by Becker. So, and then this foul. So, I mean, It's an 8-point lead at 29-21. I don't know what you do. I mean, I don't think you can just say, well, yes, we screwed up. We should have done that, but you know, we're going to redo the last 2 minutes. I mean, I know that it's unfortunate for Abilene, but, I mean, it's on the officials. They missed it, but I don't think you can, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you missed it. Like, it's unfortunate, but Braden Adams will check in for the first time, a 6'4" junior for Abilene. TMP's Hayden Brown will go to the free throw line. It was this 7th team foul on Abilene, so that foul was the second on Jalen West. So Brown will shoot the front end of a 1-and-1, and it's no good. Worth, who just checked in, tips it in the hand of Romy as Trenton will come down with a rebound for TMP at a fresh chance at it. So TMP with Lang, Schulte, Worth, Romy, and Brown. They get it inside. Worth can't score it with some contact. Romy, though, wrestles away a rebound, and he's going to get a foul. What's the call underneath? Got to call it on Abilene, or are they going to call it on Romy? They call it on Romy. So back to the other end we go, and free throws. That'll be the second on Trenton Romy. Romy didn't get boxed out. He just went up and got the rebound, and there was all sorts of contact, but Becker will shoot 2. So Becker's first free throw is good. It's 30-21. Abilene with the lead. Becker now with 8 in the contest. West will check out. Cooper Wildy back into the game. Ian Chu will check in for the first time for TMP. You hear the rather sizable TMP student section across the way. And Becker's second free throw good. So Becker now with 9 here in the first half, 31-21. With under 3 minutes to go here in this first half, TMP trails by 10. This is the largest deficit for either team. TMP rushed out to a 6-1 lead, but ever since then, Abilene has been able to erase the deficit. Cope, all sorts of contact working against Brown, and they get Cope with a foul. With a foul on Cope, it's his first, and free throws on the, or rather it's a 1-on-1 for Hayden Brown. Cope, who checks out with the, I don't know if it's a mullet, it's pretty close. But he'll check out. He only averages 0.3 points a game, already has 5 here in this quarter, and the free throw no good. Fight for the rebound inside, and it's taken away by Abilene. As Braden Adams comes down with it. Hayden Brown 0 for 2. He missed the front end of a pair of 1-on-1s here in the quarter. 2.5 to go in this first half. Pass knocked out of bounds. 31-21. Abilene has the lead. It'll stay with Abilene. So key it in on that far sideline. Left side, Stuber. Get to the block, dumps it inside, and Adams has it blocked by Worth. Taken away by TMP. Schulte up the floor, has it ripped away by Becker, and it'll stay with the Monarchs. Worth got his first block of the contest. TMP will keep possession of the basketball. Nearly had a run-out layup. Instead, they'll stay with TMP. Hayden Brown's pass over the top for Lang. Schulte's open right side. Will drive in with some contact. Hangs and hits anyway. Tough shot. 7 of the game for Schulte. 31-23 on the bucket for Jackson Schulte with 2 minutes to go here in this first half. TMP's got the deficit to 8 as Stuber dumps it inside for Becker. Becker guarded by Chu, can't score it. Adams down with a rebound as it blocked again by Worth. Taken away by TMP, then we get a foul in the backcourt on Abilene. So free throws coming up for TMP. They call it on Adams. We'll pick up the foul. So Braden Adams will be called for the foul. Free throws for Ian Chu. He'll shoot the front end of a 1-on-1. First one, no good. Fight for the rebound. They're going to get Worth over the top. TMP is 0 for 3 on front ends of 1-on-1s. And we can walk back to the other side to shoot more free throws. 8-point TMP lead. That's the second foul on Worth. So that's an issue for TMP. Romy, Worth, Seib, Wentling, Harris, all with 2. Becker's first free throw, good. Becker in a double figures with 10. He's their leading scorer at over 16 a game. 32-23. Second one good as well. So he made them both. 33-23, back to a 10-point lead. Becker with 11 in the contest. 1:40 to go here in this first half. TMP trying to weather the storm. Peyton Brown running the point to Chu at the right elbow. Ian one dribble, finds Lang off a screen. Kicks it right side for Schulte. Schulte has 7 here in the first half. Lang with it, finds Schulte off a screen. Step back, he'll take a deep 3 right side off the heel too strong. McVan rips down the rebound. TMP 1 of 5 from 3-point range. Up the front court, it's Wildy to the right side, gave it up. Now they'll swing it for Stuber. Stuber will go away from a screen, have it blocked by Lang, but he forced it up anyway. Tough bucket for Stuber. Stuber now into double figures with 10, 35-23. Monarchs trying to weather the storm. Here's a cutting Chu. Ian stops, needs some help. Kicks it left side for Schulte. Under 1 minute to go here in this first half. TMP is down 12 at 35-23. Chu with it left side. Lang finds Worth. Dillon working against Becker. Puts up the left-handed hook shot and banks it home. He's into double figures with 10, 35-25. Worth trying to keep TMP afloat with 36 seconds to play in the first half. Stuber, who hit that 3 to beat the buzzer in the first quarter, looks like he may want to try and do it here in the second quarter as well. 25 to go in this first half. TMP trails by 10 at 35-25. Lang trying to close out a little bit as Stuber stands in front of the official, the TMP student section over there as well. Stuber working against Lang. And here comes a screen from Adams. Stuber, right side, drives in, spinning, throws up the layup, missed it. Adams tries to go back up. He can't follow it. Worked down with a rebound, and we get a foul called on the inside, and it better be on Becker for pushing inside. And it is. And now Becker, of course, has to talk to the official. Becker picks up the foul. It's pretty obvious. And now free throws for Ian Chu. It'll be 2 for Ian Chu. With 2.5 seconds to go here in this first half. First Chu free throw is good. First point of the game for Ian Chu. 35-26. TMP back within 9, 2.5 to go. Here in this first half. Second free throw, too strong. Rebound to Stuber. Baseball shot is going to come up short at the end of the first half. So Abilene able to put together a little 8-2 run, build an 8-point lead, and then pulled away from TMP, leading by as many as 12 there in that second quarter. Monarchs do get it to 9 at 35-26 through 1 half of play on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herbert Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barrett, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor. The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount Siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title, take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
Halftime, the TMP-Marian Monarch boys trail Abilene at 35-26. Earlier today, the TMP Lady Monarchs able to pick up a comfortable win over the Abilene Cowgirls. We're joined now by Coach Rose McFarland. And Coach, congratulations on the victory. Girls got out to the quick start, couple of threes by Abilene, closed it to 1. But after that, your girls put together a pretty impressive performance.
Yeah, I was real pleased with their effort. Kylie Allen, shout out to Kylie, was sick today. She got sick at school. And then Jessica Herman, we were without those two, but the girls did a really nice job, picking it up for them.
Talk a little bit about J.C. Von Little. She could not miss in the first half, knocked down her first 5 threes, and goes for a career high. It seemed like she was really on fire tonight and hit her open shots.
Yeah, she's struggled a little bit at the start of the season, but she's really picked it up and hitting her threes, and she had a really good game tonight on the boards too, and just getting out on the break and making good passes, and I thought she did a really good job tonight.
Defensively made it tough for the Cowgirls to really get into their sets, and I know it forced the Hayes into foul trouble early, but it seemed like defensively the intensity was really, really good tonight.
Yeah, and sometimes that defense leads to, some transition baskets, especially late in the game. The girls were just getting out and running, and a couple girls played, Juliana and Hannah Garcia and Kira Wagstaff played tonight. We were kind of shorthanded because we played, C team and B team tonight, so we didn't have a lot of subs, but those girls got in and contributed as well.
Well, I know we talk about it too. It's just next person up, whoever's got the opportunity. Obviously, with Kylie, unfortunately sick today, but she got banged up last time, and so it seems like her girls, whenever they get the opportunity, of taking advantage of that.
Yeah, maybe a little extra rest for her. She might heal up that ankle and her knee and be ready to go next week, we're hoping. But I thought Emily did a great job on the boards as normal, and she just had some really good looks tonight too, so I was really pleased with everybody. Megan stepped up, and she had some pretty good little reverse layups and getting out on the break, and so that was all good.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the fast break. You talk about Megan and the way she distributes it, but it seems like they're all kind of have that in their mindset of be looking to push, and you see a lot of long outlet passes, and I know that's something that definitely you kind of really harp on and focus in on.
Yeah, sometimes we get a little sloppy. We just throw it when they're not really watching her, but I thought in the second half we made some, we got out on the break. We're filling the lanes and looking ahead. And, they don't have to always pass it, but they should be at least looking. So that was real good.
Well, congratulations on the victory, and back at it with another matchup with Trio on Tuesday. That'll be fun.
Right, and we get to play here again.
Yeah, very good. Well, congratulations on the victory as Coach Rose McFarland's group comes away with a victory earlier today. That final was 68-21 as the Monarchs pick up win number 10. So again, the Monarchs win, and that was Coach Rose McFarland. We appreciate her joining us here at halftime as her girls pick up the victory. We are back with the some numbers, and we'll also take a look at some of the team number scores around the area as well here on our halftime show as the TMP boys trail by 9 at halftime, 35-26. So the Monarch Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building, when it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948, 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
At the break, it trailed the Abilene Cowboys by the score of 35-26 as we welcome you back on our halftime show brought to you by Eagle Radio's digital marketing. Monarchs led by Dylan Worth, who had 12. He scored 6 in each quarter. Jackson Schultz chipped in with 7 for TMP. Meanwhile, Caleb Becker had a team-high 11 for the Abilene Cowboys. They get 10 in the first half from Josh Stuber off the bench, so they get 2 into double figures. Again, here at the break, it's 35-26 in favor of the Abilene Cowboys. Take our final break of the halftime show, back with the start of the second half after this from Billinger Fieldhouse on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Next Tech. Get a great deal on internet, video, voice, and business services from the technology experts. Next Tech. Midwest Energy, a customer-owned cooperative providing safe, reliable, and efficient energy services and promoting growth throughout the region. Gibbs Auto Supply, over 200,000 parts and accessories and great staff to take care of you in Hayes and La Crosse. Steel Fabrications, when you need something fixed and you need it done fast and need it done right, call Steel Fab. Heartland Building. When it's time to get the job done, see why so many builders rely on Heartland Building Center with a huge stock of building materials. Hayes K. Long, Kirk Maska, and Kurt Viner. State Glass Company, locally owned and operated since 1948. 5th and Main, downtown Hayes. Thomas More Prep Marian, building communities of faith, knowledge, and service. Jeter Law Firm, proud to support student athletes, partners you can rely on. Jeter Law Firm.
Abilene leads TMP 35-26. We welcome you back in. Quick look at the first half numbers for TMP. They end up shooting 43% from the floor. They go 10 of 23, but just 1 of 5 from deep for 20%, and they make 5 of 9 from the free throw stripe. TMP led by the 12 of Dylan Worth in that first half. Quick scoreboard update sees Hayes High on top of Salina Central, 19-6. That's after 1 quarter of action. Phillipsburg at halftime all over Smith Center, 43-17. So a brief scoreboard update for you. One more. Check it in on the Victoria Knights. They trail La Crosse 22-16 at halftime. So our scoreboard update brought to you by Hayes Post. Also update you on Goodland. Of course, Goodland part of TMP's 3A Norton Substate. That right now sees Goodland trailing Lakin, who is ranked number 2 in the Class 3A rankings this time around. That one is 16-5 after 1 quarter of action in favor of the Lakin Bronx. About ready to start this second half of action. TMP will have the basketball. Currently, the Monarchs at 9-3 in a 3-way tie atop that Norton Substate. Of course, a long way to go. And a long way to go here as now, for some odd reason, we've got a stoppage of action. They wanted to check and make sure TMP had made sure the scores table had the right alternate possession. They had it facing pointed TMP's way, and the official wanted to make sure it was right, and it is. TMP will start the second half with Seib, Schulte, Whitling, Worth, and Lang, the 5 on the floor. Right side, Lang, Schulte off a screen. He's going to fire a 3 from straight on, too strong. Rebound, it's going to be tipped around and into the hands of Jalen West. He'll play it up the floor to Becker. Becker goes in with some contact, missed the shot. Inside rebound, it's blocked as Bryson has it blocked by Worth, who's got 3 blocks here in the contest. West nearly took it away from Seib, and now they're going to call a hold on who? They call a hold on Seib, battling with West. That's the 3rd on Bryce Seib. West was all over him, and Coach Mayer wanted an explanation. And they call a hold on Seib. So that's a huge foul. It's the 3rd on Seib. So it goes down as a TMP turnover, and the 3rd foul on Seib. Left side, West, who forced that hold call, gives it out for Avery Bryson. Bryson traveled with it, no call. Lang with the block shot on the baseline. He got it back. And now we're going to get a blocking foul on TMP. It's Lucas Lang. Going to be called for the foul. Monarchs have tried to ratchet up the pressure a little bit, but quickly 2 fouls on TMP here in this third quarter. Cade Harris will have to play big minutes as a sophomore who had 11 in the MCL tournaments. That matchup with Hoxie, 7 in the game against Ellis, checks in for TMP. Off the inbound, Blaze McVan will play it off to the right side as Jalen West will drive in, and he traveled with it. He couldn't quite get stopped on a dime, and so back to TMP. That is just the 4th Abilene turnover. Monarchs with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, down 9, 35-26. Right side, Harris is, that time Wentling got shoved to the floor and no call. He just put his, Avery Bryson put his shoulder into Wentling and like he was tackling on the football field. No call. Schulte off a screen. He was getting bumped. Now Wentling will get it. Jace drives in, missed the shot. Worth had it tipped away from him from behind, and it's taken away by Heinz. Now TMP with a steal. Harris with it. Cade will go in and get it blocked off the backboard. As Heinz blocked it off the backboard, taken away by West. Up the floor, he gets it blocked out of bounds, and then they call a foul from behind. Harris will pick up the foul. It's his 3rd. That's a situation because now both your point guards have 3. Coach Mayer talking with the official. I think the question is Harris now wanting an explanation as West will shoot 2 free throws. The first free throw is good for Jalen West. It's 3 in the game for West, 36-26. And so Hayden Brown will have to check in. I think Coach Mayer wanted to make sure that it wasn't goaltending as Heinz slammed the glass trying to block that shot, and he did. The free throw good as West will make them both. He has 4, 37-26. Abilene with the lead. Lang traveled with it, but no call. Now Schulte will slip off a screen. Left side, he's going to drive in. Heinz has it blocked out of bounds, and it stays with TMP. It's the second Hintz, blocked shot, as Hintz was the one who blocked it. 6:08 to go in this third quarter. Schulte to key it in, left side Lang. He'll fire the 3 and drill it from the left side, and then we get a timeout taken by TMP. 37-29. TMP needed that one, trying to hold on as Lang buried the 3. He now has 7 in the contest. 6 points, make it an 8-point lead. At 37-29, 6:04 to go in this third quarter. The timeout, a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. We owe you a station break. We're towards now past the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour. So let's do that right now. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is TMP-Marian basketball.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy. They will get you back in the game fast after injury, offering dry needling, deep tissue laser therapy to speed up the healing process with free consultation. And you see your same PT every visit. Herman Physical Therapy, they love helping people. Check them out on Facebook. 37-29, TMP at trails. They led by 5 at 6-1. But Abilene would come back, take an 11-10 lead. Then TMP was back on top by 3 after back-to-back Dylan Worth field goals at 14-11. But a 3 by Josh Stuber at the end of the first half, or into the first quarter, made it 14 all. And we were tied at 16, but after that, it was all Abilene. After being tied at 16, they would put together a nice little run. Here's an outlet up the floor. West goes all the way to the other end and lays it home. West beat the defense down the floor. He has 6, 39-29 on the bucket for West. TMP went to the full court press, and Abilene broke it with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Left side pass knocked away as Avery Bryson got a piece of it. Monarchs, the situation of point guard, both Cade Harris and Bryce Sadd with 2. Hayden Brown, the senior, out there with Lang, Wentling, Worth, and Schulte. Right side, Lang, who just hit a 3. Got a screen from Worth. He'll lay it up to him. Worth is going to go into the lane, spin, and hit the jumper. Dylan Worth with 14, 39-31 on the bucket for Worth as TMP extends the pressure again. Avery Bryson will bring it across the timeline. 5.5 to go in the third quarter. Got a screen, hands it for Blaze McVan on this left side. Hintz came across the lane. They missed him. Not a Caleb Becker. With 5:15 to go in the third, Becker being guarded by Wentling will kick it to Bryson left side. Ball above his head. Now goes back to Becker on the left low block. Working against Wentling. Can't finish the shot. And then Wentling got pulled down by Hintz going up for the rebound. Hope he's okay. Hit the deck pretty hard. Got help back up from Worth. And not sure if he fell on his back or his shoulder. And maybe even hit his hip. Okay. Maybe his thigh. They quickly get him out of the ball game. It looks like he's going to be all right. So he'll come to the near sideline, and Coach Mayer and the training staff will take a look at him. Monarchs bring Unrein and Sy back into the ball game. It's important for the next couple of minutes that Bryce does not pick up his fourth foul. You have to weather the storm. You're only down 8, 39-31. Stuber returns to the lineup for the Abilene Cowboys. Lang will run the point now for TMP. Worth is posting up. He gets it against the double team, forced up the shot, missed it. Becker down with a rebound as he wrestled it away. Pretty good look from Worth, but couldn't finish. And Becker's got his second rebound. 8 points for the lead for Abilene. They lead by 8 at 39-31. Becker has it. They try and post up Stuber against Sy. Sy with all sorts of contact. Stuber picked up his dribble, fall away jumper, left it short, and Dylan Worth will come down with his rebound. Up the floor, TMP will push. Right side for Lang, hesitates between the double team for Syme. Not an unride, back to Bryce Syme with it. And now the Monarchs look to reset the offense. 4:20 to play here in this third quarter. Syme nearly lost it as Bryson reached in and tried to steal it. Now Syme will get it back. A lot of contact as Syme will go in, all sorts of contact. And they're going to draw the foul. Avery Bryson, who says he went straight up. I mean, they've allowed him to play at times, and that foul on Becker will be his second. It's the second of the second half for the Cowboys too. And Sybe's free throw rattles home. 3 in the game for Bryce Sybe. Sybe had back-to-back games in which he did not score in the MIAA or the MCL tournament, 39-32. And Sybe has this one spin out, and the rebound down to Anderson, who just checked in. Kieran Anderson now with his 4th rebound. Up the floor is going in and missing the shot underneath was Bryson, but right into the hands, or he got his own miss rather and scores it. Avery Bryson with his first field goal. It's 41-32. He got his own rebound and then went back up and scored it. He just stayed with it. And it's a 9-point game again. Here's a 3 right side for Schulte off the heel, and Becker will come down with a rebound. His 4th of the contest. TMP just 2 of 7 from 3-point range. Stuber back with it. And we're going to get a timeout taken by Abilene. They'll take the full timeout. Want to talk things over with 3:35 to go here in this third quarter, leading 41-32. Monarch Athletics brought to you in part by State Glass Company, Thomas More Prep Marion, Jeff Darrow and Linda Seibel and Edward Jones and Hayes, and Paul Wartenberger Construction. This game started with TMP leading 6-1. They led again 14-11. The game was tied at 14 after that Stuber 3, and tied at 16. And after that, Abilene would string together a 17-7 run, which they would build a 10-point lead at 31-21. They extended it then. In fact, if you go back into that second quarter at one point, they outscored TMP 21-7 to build a 35-23 lead. Monarchs would get 3 points at the end of the quarter to cut the deficit to 9 they trailed by 8 at 35-23, then got, they trailed by 12, then got it back to 9 at 35-26. So again, TMP trailed there at the break by 9. It cut it to 7 a moment ago on that side free throw at 39-32. But a bucket just a moment ago got it back to 9. At 41-32, out of the timeout. Shooting down to our left here in the second half. Abilene with it. Stuber above his head for Becker. Becker working against Unrein. Got Unrein up into the air. Thought about a step back jumper. Now he's going to give it up for Avery Bryson. He's got it right side. He'll drive by his defender. Throw it left side for Anderson. Anderson's going to take the 3, and he missed it. But Becker down with a rebound. He's got 5 rebounds in the contest. Now trying to force up the shot. Can't score it. Work just went over the top of Anderson and came down with a rebound. And they're going to call him for a foul over the top. Anderson didn't box him out, and Worth just took it over the top of his head, but too much contact, they say. And so that'll be the third on Dylan Worth. Whitling will come back for TMP. So again, foul trouble an issue. Side playing with 3, Worth playing with 3. TMP down 9 at 41-32. Here's a pass over the top. Avery Bryson thought about the shot. Now he'll drive in with some contact. Can't score it. Great defense by Lang. Rebound down to Worth. Outlet up the floor for side. Bryce hesitates. Goes by. Stuber goes in and scores it with a scoop shot. Took it all the way to the bucket and scored it. 41-34. Bryce Seib has scored the last 3 for TMP. That one was nifty as he was able to get it to go with the one hand as Seib has 5 in the game. 2:40 to go, third quarter. It's a 7-point Abilene lead. Left side they go to Anderson, carrying with it, and now we're going to get a double foul again. This is the second time tonight that they have called a double foul. It's the same official too. It's the second time tonight. Did it in the girls' game too. You just hate that. Call the first foul. Whitling will pick up his third. Very rarely do 2 fouls happen simultaneously. So Whitling has 3. TMP will bring Trenton Romey back into the game. Becker now has 3 as well. Bryson, here's a kick out 3. Missed it from the left side and missed it badly. Romey down with a rebound. TMP will look to push. Up the floor side. Bryce hesitates, hands it for Whitling. Jace right back to Bryce. He didn't realize it was coming off his dome, and then we're going to get a foul called on Bryce or on Jace Whitling. That's 4 on Whitling. Going for a loose basketball. Jace dove on the deck and took the legs out from under Jalen West and picked up his 4th. I understand that it's extremely difficult to be an official, and I appreciate what they do. But double foul is frustrating. Twice in one night by the same official. 7 points the lead for Abilene, 41-34, 2:05 to go here in the third quarter. With Jalen West running the point. Cope's back in there. He had a good first half, guarded by Harris. Will drive, cut off on the baseline. Now needs some help. He'll just rise and fire. Can't bank it home. And backside is Stuber's there to put it home. 12 in the game for Stuber, 43-34. Harris will race into the front court. Hand it off to Schulte. Now to Unrein. Gavin into the lane. No good. Ball is tipped into the hands of Bryson as Romey tried to come away with it. Unrein tried to slide around the contact. Couldn't quite do it. And back the other way comes Bryson with it. Right side guarded by Schulte. Now they'll post up Stuber against Unrein. Drop step, got Unrein off balance, missed the shot, got his own rebound and stuck it home. Back-to-back offensive rebounds and put back for Stuber. He has 14 and the lead grows to 45-34 with 1:15 to play here in this third quarter. Schulte was open for a moment, now stops, hands it for Lang. He's open, he'll take the straight on 3 and bang it home. His second 3 of the contest, he into double figures with 10, 45-37 with a minute to go here in this third quarter after that Lang 3. It's just the third of the game for TMP, 3 of 8 shooting from 3. 50 seconds and counting here in this third, and that rather large TMP student section across the way comes to life here with 40 seconds to go in the third. Caden Cope has it guarded by Harris, way out past the 3-point line. Coach Mayer barks out the play on defense down to the left side. Anderson guarded by Romey. Hands it for Stuber. Stuber with 25 seconds to go, third quarter clock. We'll give it for Cope. Abilene will hold for the final shot, it looks like, with 20 seconds to go in the third. Avery Bryce, and rather Jalen West will come get it. It's West guarded by Schulte. Out in front of the Abilene bench. Stuber got his defender up into the air, drives inside, missed the layup, ball on the floor, taken away with 7 seconds to go by Romey. Ball deflected, Lang got it back, and now there's a fight for it at midcourt. Ball is loose, Romey will pick it up, Lang for 3 to beat the buzzer, no good. TMP nearly came out of there with a scramble, but could not quite get the shot to go. We head to the fourth quarter, Monarchs with work to do. So they're down 8, 45-37 through 3 on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
Adams, Brown, Barron, and Ball, your trusted advisors providing you with commitment, experience, and integrity. Hertz Rent-A-Car, bigger vehicle for a family trip or a car that gets excellent gas mileage for the next business trip? Book with Hertz Rent-A-Car on 8th Street in Hayes. Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal and RM Custom Metals. When it hails, when it pours, one thing's for sure, Roof Masters is who you're looking for. Eagle Communications, our community connected. Contact Shelter Insurance Agent Dustin Shoemaker in Northridge Plaza, Hayes. High Plains Roofing, Western and Central Kansas's premier roofing contractor, The Professionals, High Plains Roofing of Hayes. Discount siding, new siding, energy-efficient windows and doors, vinyl fencing, and other exterior home products. Improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. Click on discountsiding.net. Edward Jones, providing a reasoned and disciplined approach to investing, making sense of investing. Paul Wurtenberger Construction, building Northwest Kansas's dreams since 1983. Master Cleaners, dry cleaning, laundry, alterations, tux rentals, and much more. They have numerous pickup locations throughout Western Kansas to serve you. Field Abstract and Title. Take pride in your athletic, academic, and artistic achievements.
And they let Abilene key it in again. It's a pretty good student section over there across the way from us. Xavier Bryson will work to the right side, pick up his dribble, now find Caden Cope. Cope will drive inside of it, blocked by Schulte. Schulte will pick up the foul. And Cope to the free throw line. Cope averages 0.3 points per game in 7 games this year. He had not attempted a free throw. Now he's headed back to the line where he missed the front end of what actually should have been a 2-shot foul, but they missed it. And the first free throw too strong. A foul on Schulte is his second. That's the other key to the game. TMP with Harris with 3, Wentling with 4. The free throw is good for Cope. He makes 1 of 2, 7 in the game for him. 46-37, Abilene with the lead. 7:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. TMP Schulte got a screen. He'll Ryerson fire from 3, left it short. And the rebound cleared out of there by Avery Bryson. TMP just 3 of 10 from 3. Up the floor, layup good for Anderson. Anderson was wide open. He makes an 11-point lead at 48-37 in favor of the Abilene Cowboys. Lang drives, cut off on the right side. Now to Saib. Saib will drive into the lane, and they're going to call a foul on who? They call a block on Caden Cope. It's the second on Cope. So for TMP, it's Harris, Wentling, Saib, and Worth, all with at least 3. Wentling has 4. They've dealt with foul trouble the entire game. Wide open is Lang on the inbounds for 3. Too strong. Fight for it, and it's tipped into the hands of Anderson. 5 rebounds in the game for Anderson. 7 minutes to go in this one. TMP's down 48-37. Stuber will play it off to the left side for Avery Bryson. Now to Anderson. Anderson skip pass right side for Cope. Cope threw it away. Stuber had Lang pinned in front of him, but they could not get the pass inside. It'll be the 5th Abilene turnover, and they'll bring 3 into the ball game. Becker, McVan, and Hintz will check in. TMP will bring Wentling back into the contest. Well, actually, now they'll keep Bryson out there. For TMP, Wentling checks back in. So it's the starters for TMP. Saib, Lang right side, Schulte, along with Saib and Worth, the 5 on the floor. Schulte's going to put it on the deck, find Lang. He'll take the step back 3 from straight on and swish it home. Lucas Lang with 13, 48-40. Lang has made 6 straight on a pair of 3s, going back to that third quarter, trying to keep him afloat with 6:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Got to stay within striking distance as Lang knocks this one away from Avery Bryson. Becker, McVan, Stuber, Hintz, and Bryson, the 5 on the floor for Abilene. This had been their starting lineup, but Stuber was not in the starting lineup for some reason, but has played almost the entire game on the floor for Abilene. McVan left side. Thought about a little step back as he got a screen from Hintz. Instead, they'll go to the right side for Stuber. They go pick and roll to the left, now to the right. They go back to the left with McVan with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 8-point Abilene lead. Here's the pick. Bryson hesitates. They got Hintz open. He goes up and scores it. That little hesitation allowed Hintz to go in and score his first field goal. It's 50-40 on the bucket from Hintz. Saib on the other end finds Lang, feeling it. Here's another 3, and he dropped in another one. He's hit 3 straight threes, 16 for Lucas, 50-43 as they get it back to 7. Of course, you know what he can do against Hayes High, poured in 24. Trying to keep TMP within striking distance. He's got 16. Bryson working against Lang, backs him down. A little bump as he turned his back, trying to get some space. Becker off a screen, nearly traveled with it. Out of Avery Bryson. McVan out in between the circles. 5:15 and counting, fourth quarter. They'll post up Becker. Becker dumps it inside for Stuber. Stuber against Simon, he scores it. Josh Stuber now with 16 in the game. Up the floor, TMP looks to push with Schulte, had it ripped away by Becker inside. On TMP trying to steal it back, but Abilene will gain possession. That's just the 6th TMP turnover with 4:50 to go in this fourth quarter and a timeout taken by Abilene. Coach Eric Graff wants to talk things over. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Monarchs now 9, 52-43. Trying to stay within striking distance. Our game brought to you apart by Master Cleaners, Roof Masters Roofing and Sheet Metal, Insurance Planning, Ellis County Abstract and Title. Also brought to you by Adams Brown, Progressive Physical Therapy, and Jeter Law Firm. Through 3, Phillipsburg all over Smith Center, 59-24. Hayes High down 42-36. Trailed by 19 to Salina Central. I had that wrong when I updated you earlier. I apologize. That was after 1. Hayes was down 19-6. So they trail 42-36. Lakin all over Goodland, 38-12. Some of the scores for you. Our Hayes Post scoreboard update. 4:50 to go in this one. TMP trails by 9, 52-43. It stops in a hurry. You're going to have to make a run if you want to get back into this one. Nearly a turnover as Bryson had to reach back to get it. West will get it for Stuber. Stuber with 16 in the contest. That's a new season high for him and 4 off his career high. Stuber working against Worth all the way out past the timeline in between the circles. As they'll work some clock with the right side with Caleb Becker. Gives it off to Stuber. 4:15 to play here in this fourth quarter. Monarchs with Harris working against West. They need to pick up the defensive physicality-ness, and they do that, or physicalness, and they do that with Schulte reaches in and fouls Avery Bryson. It's the 3rd for Schulte, and it's free throws the rest of the way for the Abilene Cowboys. So they'll send Blaze McVan to the free throw line. He's only 1 of 3 on the season. Worth will check out. Unrein returns to the TMP lineup. McVan will shoot a 1-on-1. Put him up 10, and it's halfway down and out. Wentling will rip down the rebound. Up the floor, here comes TMP with Harris. Left side, Lang, a hand in his face, misses the 3, but Schulte comes down with a defensive rebound for TMP. Lucas off a screen will score it anyway. Lang gets that bucket to go. Lang now with 18 in the contest. 52-45. Lucas Lang feeling it here in the second half. He's got it to 7, and it comes off of that offensive rebound. Here's a near steal by Lang. Driving in and getting a foul call is going to be Avery Bryson. He'll shoot 1-on-1 again. Call a reach on Gavin Unrein. It's a second on Unrein. 3:37 to go, fourth quarter. TMP within 7 at 52-45. First free throw is nothing but net for Avery Bryson, who has 3 in the game. Bryson had a team high 11, make it 13 in the win a year ago for TMP. 53-45. Bryson makes them both. Avery Bryson now with 4 in the contest, 54-45. TMP with Harris will race into the front court. So closing on 3.5 to go in this one. 54-45. TMP trails by 9. Right side with Lucas Lang, ball above his head. Schulte off a double screen for 3 with a hand in his face. He banked it home. Schulte into double figures with 10. 54-48 with 3:15 and counting here in this fourth quarter on the bank. 3-pointer by Schulte. 3:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Driving in is McVan. Stops. He'll get it to Becker. Caleb Becker misses the layup inside. Tipped into the hands of Schulte. Here come the Monarchs up the floor. Schulte with a hesitation. Finds Lang. He's feeling it. He'll fire another three. This one off the heel. Got a pretty good look at it as the rebound cleared out of there by Avery Bryson. Lang here with 18 in the contest. He's got 8, and now here's a steal at midcourt. Harris will flip it ahead to Lang. Lang goes in, scores it for TMP. 20 in the game for Lang. Timeout. TMP back within 4. All because of the hustle and the steal by Cade Harris at midcourt. He just took it away from the defender, or from the offensive player, West. He flipped it ahead to Lang, who scores, and it's a 4-point Abilene lead. Lucas Lang with 20 in the contest. And that's all because of the hustle and the heads-up play by Cade Harris. TMP trailed in this second half. In fact, to start the quarter by 11 at 48-37. Lucas Lang for TMP. He's having himself a heck of a second half. He's got 20 points. He did not score in the second quarter, so he has 16 second half points to lead the way for TMP. 54-50, Monarchs are within 4. One final to get to you, Phillipsburg. No problem with Smith Center tonight, 67-34. Out of the timeouts, Seib will return to the lineup with Harris, Lang, Whitling, and Schulte, the 5 on the floor. So Whitling's the only big, but Abilene really doesn't have a post player out there either. So Monarchs will extend the pressure. Becker will come get it, guarded by Whitling in the backcourt. Right in front of the official and the cheerleaders. Now to Bryson. Working against Bryce Seib as West will get it across the timeline. Now to Stewart with it right side. Had it poked away by Harris, gets it back. Stewart will drive. Now they'll post up Caleb Becker against Whitling. Forces up the shot, missed it. Rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Abilene. Good hustle by Bryce Seib, and Caleb Becker thought he was fouled. TMP's done a pretty good job against him in the post. A dead ball rebound back to TMP. 2:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. 54-50. Monarchs back within 4. Lang with a crossover. Lucas all the way to the inside. Misses the layup. Becker down with it. Long outlet up the floor. McVan was open. Goes in and scores it. He went tumbling out of bounds. Blaze McVan took advantage. He has 8. 56-50. Monarchs will race to the front court. Lang, who missed that shot a moment ago, gives it up for Whitling. Jace's got a seam. He'll score it. Whitling with his first field goal. 56-52 on the bucket for Whitling. TMP with 1:40 to go here in this fourth quarter, back within 4 as the TMP crowd comes back to life here. It's been a good one so far. And an illegal screen coming against, they're going to call it on TMP's Bryce Seib. They're going to call Seib, who got knocked down for a push. Seib got banged into, and they call Seib for a foul. 56-52. I mean, it's just not good. I don't know how you call it. I have no idea how you call that a foul. 2 free throws, first one good for Avery Bryson. Bryce Seib didn't do anything to get called for that foul. It's his 4th. 57-52. Bryson will get one more. And the free throw good. You can go back and watch it a dozen times. I just don't see it. 58-52 as the 2 free throws for Avery Bryson gives him 6. And the lead is 6 with 1.5 to go here in this fourth quarter. 1:30 to go. TMP brings Worth back into the contest, down 6. High post, Dillon's got it. He'll spin, finds Schulte off a screen. Deep 3 straight on that'll rattle off, and the rebound cleared out of there by Hintz. Hintz comes back in when Worth checks back in, and the 6-point lead stays at 1:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Left side, West guarded by Schulte. They'll dump it for Becker, who draws a double team, and then Whitling fouls it. That's going to do it for Jace Whitling. That's his 5th.
Fouls on the Monarchs, number 11. Jason
So
Whitman.
free throws, 2 of them for Becker.
In for the Monarchs,
107 to go.
Cade Harris.
As Becker will shoot 2. First free throw for Kayla Becker is good. 12 in the contest for Becker, 59-52. 107 to go. Second Becker free throw, too strong. Rebound down to Bryce Sod. TMP's got to hurry with 1:05 to go in the 4th quarter. Up the floor, Symes got a little seam. Will find Worth, who's going to be fouled inside by Kayla Becker. So Worth will earn a couple of free throws. Side with that little wraparound hook pass, set up Worth inside. So the foul on
Fouls on the Cowboys, number 34.
Becker
Is 4th.
is his 4th. And now Worth to shoot 2. And the first one is short. Worth a 69% free throw shooter. Trying to make it a 6-point Abilene lead with 1 minute to go in the game. Second free throw is good. Nothing but net for the 6'6 sophomore who has 15 in the game. 59-53. Gavin Unrein will check in. We're going to get a timeout taken by the Abilene Cowboys. This allows us to pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Monarch Sports Network. It's powered by Herman Physical Therapy.
The Monarchs Sports Network is powered by Herman Physical Therapy on 99.5 KHAZ and HaysPost.com.
Monarchs trail by 6 at 59-53. Trailed here in this second half by 10 several times. Trailed by as many as 12 at 45-34. That was at the end of that 3rd quarter before Lucas Lang drilled a 3. Part of that stretch in which Lucas scored 11 in a row all by himself. TMP closed within 4 at 54-50. But Abilene has extended the lead back to 6 at 59-53 after that Worth free throw. TMP will extend the pressure with 4 guards and Unrein on the floor. It's really 5 guys who can handle the ball, and wide open as West up the floor. He'll go in and score it. TMP lost side of Jalen West, who will go down and score it. West now with 8 in the game, 61-53. TMP back the other way. Seib will drive in left side, left-handed layup, good. Timeout TMP. 7 for Seib, 61-55 on the Bryce Seib field goal. So timeout taken by TMP. They'll have one more. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Both teams now left with one timeout, 48.5 seconds to go here in this one. Final for you, Victoria falls to La Crosse. Actually, Victoria boys will rally to beat La Crosse, 38-35. Already mentioned the Phillipsburg Smith Center 67-34 win for Phillipsburg. So no update on that Hayes High score. They trail by 19 at halftime. So we'll keep an eye on that one down the stretch. TMP with Harris, Seib, Lang, Unrein, and Schulte. That same 5 out there out of the timeouts. Last time they lost track of Jalen West, and he scored on a long outlet pass that was an easy layup. Caleb Becker to key it in. They're going to send 2 guys deep and key it in to Avery Bryson, who will be fouled by Lang with 44 seconds to go. TMP down 61-55. So at the other end, after the second foul called on Lang, it's the 10th team foul. So to the other end goes Avery Bryson, where he's a perfect 4 of 4 at the line tonight. And the first one is good. Avery Bryson with 7. He has 1 field goal and is 5 of 5 at the free throw line. 62-55. Worth turns for TMP. Second Bryson free throw will rim off, and Dylan Worth down with a rebound. TMP with 42 seconds to go across the timeline. Seib for Lang. Now they find Schulte. Schulte will go inside and draw the foul. He took a tumble to the floor that time. Got a blocking foul called on Jalen West. It's his third. Kind of took the legs out from Schulte that time as they get tangled up. And Jackson will go to the free throw line for the first time in the game. First free throw is good for Schulte. Schulte with 11 in the game. He's scored in double figures in all but one game so far for TMP. 62-56. And the second one is good as well. Schulte with 12 in the contest. 62-57. TMP again with pressure. And Abilene just does get it in as they get it to Becker in the backcourt, guarded by Unrein. Unrein trying to reach in and take it from him. Here's a pass over the top. Abilene's got a 2 on one side. Knocked it away and stolen by TMP. Into the backcourt. Seib will bring it across the front court with Harris. Cade will go all the way in and lay it home. A timeout TMP. 57-54. Or make it 62-59. It's a 3-point game as TMP gets the Cade Harris layup. That play was made by the steal by Bryce Seib. It's 62-59. With 19.2 seconds to go, that's the first field goal for Harris. Now, that was a good time to get it. Monarchs back within 3 now. 62-59. TMP takes their final timeout. It comes with 19.2 seconds to go. Abilene still has 1. Monarchs' largest lead of the contest was 5, twice in the first quarter. Abilene's largest lead came back in the second half at 11. At 45-34. That was at the end of the third quarter. Monarchs with Seib, who just had that steal. Unrein, Schulte, Harris had the fantastic take to the bucket, and Lang, the 5 on the floor. Bryson, West, McVan, Cope, and Becker, the 5 on the floor. Maybe Bryson to key it in. 19 seconds to go, down 3, 62-59. Abilene will key it in. If you're TMP, you don't get a steal, you got a foul immediately, and they do as they foul McVan, and they'll send Blaze McVan to the free throw line, where he is 1 of 4 on the season. Schulte will pick up his 4th. Worth will be ready to check in for TMP. He's going to replace Gavin Unrein with 17.6 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. McVan will get a shoot 2. As TMP is over the limit, and the first McVan free throw is good. 9 in the game for Blaze McVan. 1 away from his career and season high. 63-59. Worth will check back in for TMP as he replaces Unrein. McVan will shoot 1 more. And the second one good. So McVan makes them both. He's got 10. 64-59. Hence returns to the lineup for Abilene. Harris with Seib in the backcourt. TMP will roll it out in front of Seib. He'll pick it up near midcourt. Bryce will find Lang. Lucas off a screen, drives in, dumps it for Worth inside, and he's fouled. I think this is going to be on Becker. If it is, Caleb Becker is fouled out of the game. Actually, it is on, so it is on Becker. That'll do it for him. With 11 seconds to go, 11.6 seconds to go, he'll foul out. With 12 in the game, he's their leading scorer. Stuber comes back in. Stuber's been the difference. Stuber was 16. Worth will shoot 2. First one for TMP is Dylan Worth is short. 1 of 3 at the free throw line for Worth. Came in a 69% free throw shooter. Second one is going to be good. So he makes 1 of 2. Worth was 16 in the game, 64-60. We get an immediate foul. And free throws for Avery Bryson.
his third.
Lang picks up his third. And it comes with 10.5 seconds to go. I need Bryson to hopefully miss one of these. So you keep extending it. Bryson's first free throw, good. 8 in the game for Avery Bryson. 65-60. Bryson's second free throw good as well. 66-60 on a pair of Avery Bryson free throws. 9 in the game for him across the timeline. Here's Lang for 3 for TMP. It's off the heel. Bryson down with a rebound. TMP's side will knock it away from him, and we'll get the foul coming with 1.5 seconds left. And Abilene's going to pick up the victory here. So they're going to call that on side. That'll do it for Bryce as he'll foul out again with 1.5 seconds to go. Hayden Brown will replace him, and back to the free throw line goes Avery Bryson. This will be the 9th and 10th free throws of the game for Avery Bryson. And he knocks down the first one. 67-60. Abilene with the lead. And the second one good. 68-60. Avery Bryson is TMP's Schulte with half-court shot off the glass. That's going to do it. Abilene uses a strong second quarter run in which they outscored TMP in that quarter 21-8. Led at that point by 12, in fact, 35-23. That was their largest lead of the game. Led by 11 in the third quarter, pulled away for a 68-60 win. TMP drops to 9-4 on the season. Abilene is now 6-2. TMP falls by the final of this one, 68-60 on the Monarch Sports Network, powered by Herman Physical Therapy.